In the opening scene, we are introduced to a barren and desolate landscape, a post-apocalyptic world, ravaged by war and environmental destruction. The camera pans across vast expanses of desert, revealing the remnants of civilization in ruins. The narrator describes how war engulfed the planet, leading to the collapse of nations and the emergence of a new dark age. A deadly sickness, known as the Red Fever, spread in the aftermath of the conflict, further decimating what remained of civilization. In this chaotic world, tribal warlords rose to power, exploiting both humans and synthetic beings as weapons in their conflicts. A group of raiders on motorcycles arrives at a settlement that houses a high-tech laboratory. As they approach, a man within the settlement spots them and begins shouting warnings of raiders. Despite his efforts to resist, the raiders breach the settlement, led by their warlord. The man who initially raised the alarm confronts the warlord with a gun. The warlord made fun of him. Guns are not scary anymore since bullet is hard to come by and all the guns are empty. Then the warlord pulled out a knife and ultimately stabbed the guy. Inside the settlement, the raiders navigate through the sewer system until they come across a room filled with various computers and equipment. However, they realize that what they are searching for is not present in this room. They continue their search, eventually encountering Ash, an android girl. The warlord activates Ash using a handheld remote control, revealing two differently colored eyes, one blue and one green. She asked who he was and where she was, and the warlord told her that he had been looking for her for a long time. Meanwhile, in a fertile zone called the Oasis, a young man named Prince went to his friend Rico and asked about his mother. Rico told him that she is expecting him, and Prince visits his mother, the Queen, who is unwell. She had the red fever, but there was no medicine there, and she couldn't recover. When she saw him coming in, she asked him to get her tea. Prince told her he will get her the cure from Paradise Beach. She expresses doubts about the existence of Paradise Beach and reflects on the harsh reality of their world. Despite Prince's determination to find a cure, the Queen accepts her fate and advises Prince to take care of their oasis after her passing, giving him her responsibilities. She reassures Prince about his potential as a leader and expresses regrets about her past parenting, showing vulnerability and love for her son. Prince went to an older guy and showed him a picture of the Paradise Beach from an old postcard and asked if he knew it. The man cautioned Prince against going there, warning him that it's not a good place, despite being called the Temple of Life. Despite the man's warning, Prince remained resolute in his decision to visit the location. After introducing Ash as his bride, the warlord begins giving her commands, which she obediently follows. She went to a man and started kissing him before killing him. Prince pressures the old man to divulge more information about the mysterious place, Paradise Beach, in a desperate attempt to save his mother. He emphasizes the urgency of the situation, stating that the Queen will die if he doesn't acquire the medicine rumored to be there. The old man confirms the existence of medicine at Paradise Beach, claiming it has the power to save lives and even grant immortality. The old man reluctantly reveals that Paradise Beach is located on the shore of the dead ocean, cautioning Prince about the reality of the place despite its promising reputation. He provides directions. The old man gave him a gun and a bullet, wishing him luck. Prince bids farewell to his mother and left. As he was about to leave, his friends waited for him, and he started protesting, thinking that they were there to stop him, but they told him that they would join. Then the three of them got on their bikes and started their journey. As the group makes a stop at Lovetown, a grim settlement known for its trafficking in sex slaves, run by a pimp called Big Daddy Lovelord. The warlord and Ash were sitting in a nightclub inside. Ash asked if the other women are robots like her, and the warlord told her they were humans. In the nightclub, Prince and his friends attempt to gather information about Paradise Beach from one of the waiters, but their inquiries draw the unwanted attention of the raiders, a dangerous faction in the Wasteland. When the waiter told what they were asking to Big Daddy, a man from the raiders came and threatened Prince and Rico with a knife as they were talking. When the situation escalates, Rico, armed with a handgun, a rare and valuable item in the Wasteland due to the scarcity of ammunition, steps in to defend the group. He pointed the gun at the man, but the man joked, thinking the gun was empty. But Rico proved him wrong when he fired it, killing the man. Big Daddy comes when he hears the gunshot. He then offers to introduce Prince to someone who may be able to assist them in their quest for Paradise Beach. Despite Rico's distrust of Big Daddy, Prince decides to accept the offer. Big Daddy leads Prince to a private room and requests that Rico leave, insisting that only Prince is allowed to stay. Rico, not liking the idea, gave Prince his gun and left the room. Ash enters the room after Big Daddy leaves, and Prince explains his urgent need to find Paradise Beach to help his sick mother. Ash expresses a willingness to assist Prince, noting his kindness and desperation. Their conversation takes a sudden turn when Ash abruptly starts kissing Prince, catching him off guard. However, her actions quickly escalate as she begins to strangle him before grabbing Rico's gun and shooting Prince's friends. She takes him to the warlord, and the warlord forces the prince into telling them where he came from. After a lot of torture, Prince revealed that he is from the Oasis, and the warlord forced him to take them there. In a moment of realization, Ash, aware of the warlord's ruthless intentions, decides to intervene to save Prince. She launches a daring attack on those transporting Prince, creating chaos in an attempt to secure their escape. However, the warlord retaliates by using the remote control to impair Ash's vision, causing her to lose control of the vehicle and crash. Despite the crash, Prince and Ash manage to break free and flee on foot, pursued by the relentless raiders. They evaded their pursuers and managed to escape. Prince asked why she saved him and why she is not listening to the warlord who is controlling her. She told him she could be malfunctioning. Ash is damaged during the escape, but she and the prince managed to find shelter before her systems shut down. They got into an old church. Prince explains the concept of a church as a place for soul cleansing and redemption. He defines a soul as an essence that defines a person's identity. Prince reflects on sin as harmful actions toward others and expresses a desire to avoid wrongdoing. Despite Ash's questioning of having a soul due to her non-human nature, Prince believes she does. He shares a memory of a traveler, explaining that even inanimate objects like a guitar can have a soul. Prince attempts to teach Ash to communicate with God, but her systems shut down, leaving Prince distraught. The following day, Prince constructs a makeshift stretcher and pulls Ash's body through the desolate wasteland. However, their journey is interrupted when they are ambushed by a group of assailants. Prince awakens to find himself confronted by a woman who disregards his inquiries about Ash and instead initiates a game of questions. As they exchange queries, Prince learns that the woman is in charge of the group and that they are in a place called Drug Town. The drug lord tantalizes Prince with the promise of various medicines in Drug Town, claiming he can take whatever he desires. However, she imposes a condition: he must first become one of them. Without hesitation, she injects him with a substance, causing Prince to experience hallucinations before succumbing to unconsciousness. Ash is brought to Lei, a skilled mechanic who is also a prisoner of the drug lord. Despite her captivity, Lei possesses the expertise to repair Ash and reactivate her. In Lei's hands, Ash undergoes a process of restoration, her damaged components meticulously repaired, and her systems reactivated. Under the influence of the drugs administered by the drug lord, Prince finds himself overwhelmed by emotions as he sits by the beach. The drug lord offers him something to smoke, further alter his perception and induce a sense of euphoria and detachment. As they converse, the drug lord inquires about Ash, sensing Prince's attachment to her. However, Prince's drug-induced state causes him to pass out before he can respond. In his unconsciousness, Prince is transported into a dreamlike state, where he envisions his mother in the Oasis, calling out to him to return home. Ash is presented before the drug lord, who immediately recognizes her value and significance. The drug lord's admiration for Ash is palpable as she assesses the android's capabilities and potential utility. The drug lord compels Prince into a gladiatorial duel against one of her minions, promising him the medicine and his freedom if he emerges victorious. Despite the daunting challenge before him, Prince confronts his opponent with determination and skill, ultimately triumphing in the brutal contest. Despite obtaining the medicine, Prince's joy is short-lived as the drug lord intervenes, asserting her control over Ash and refusing to let her go. Determined to stand by Ash's side, Prince insists that they leave together. Menacing threats and the risk of harm to Prince, Ash selflessly urges him to leave without her. As night falls, Lei, the mechanic imprisoned alongside Ash, ventures to free her from her chains. Despite her best efforts, Lei's attempt to saw through the chains proves unsuccessful, leaving Ash resigned to her fate as a captive. Lei's affection for Ash becomes apparent as she leans in to kiss her. However, conflicted by her feelings, Lei pulls away, feeling it may be wrong to take advantage of Ash's vulnerability, but Ash reciprocates her affection and kisses her back. The following morning, the drug lord stumbles upon Ash and Lei together, discovering their intimacy. Fueled by anger and resentment, she accuses Lei of corrupting Ash, likening her presence to a virus infecting her prized possession. Then the drug lord commands Lei to erase Ash's memory of the encounter, and reprogram her into a compliant and affectionate companion solely for herself. Outside, the prince returns and tries to sneak into the resort just as the warlord arrives and attacks the complex. The drug lord injected herself with drugs and went out to fight. In a drug-addled fury, the drug lord faces off with the warlord, who ends up killing her with the prince's handgun. During the chaos, Prince attempts to assist Lei and Ash in escaping, but they are apprehended by the warlord. In a desperate bid to regain control, the warlord commands Ash to turn against her friends, but Ash defies him and turns on his men instead, before fleeing with Lei and Prince on a pair of raider motorbikes. Despite the warlord's pursuit, Ash refuses to back down, ultimately defeating him in a final showdown. The three eventually return to Oasis. Ash reveals to the prince her intention to seek out others like herself. Meanwhile, Prince heads back to the Queen and delivers the medicine to her. As Ash rides off into the Wasteland alongside Lei, Prince watches them depart. His mother got healed after taking the medicine. As the movie concludes, in a mid-credits post scene, Ash returns to Lovetown. She frees the sex slaves who have endured exploitation under Big Daddy Lovelord's rule. In an act of defiance and retribution, the liberated slaves turn on Big Daddy Lovelord, seeking justice for the injustices they suffered at his hands. And with that, the movie ends. We hope you enjoyed our video. Watch the next recaps on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing recaps. See you in the next one.